amazing question. What really works for business owners? Well, I know what works when I'm working with leaders and I'm working with business owners. Okay, what really works is firstly that you're aware of what's happening in your business. Okay, there's no point having a business if you don't know what's happening or you claim you don't know what's happening. In fact, I've touched on this in a previous answer. There's 5 things that I've found over time work consistently. Okay. Number 1, you're aware of what's happening in the business. Secondly, you know what you want. You can assert what you want that business to be doing. You can assert what you want people to be doing. You can assert what customers should be doing, but you're clear on it. You know what you want. The third thing is that you can broker agreements with the people that you need to broker agreements with. You can get the agreements that you want. The fourth thing is that you can hold people accountable. You can actually hold people accountable to get the results that you want. And that fifth level is that adjustment part, which is you're constantly adjusting your game because you're aware that it needs adjusting. So you actually cycle back through, what am I aware that needs fixing? Interestingly, I thought it was a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, you've got to have the technical skills and the competencies in what you're doing. You've got to be offering value, those things. But in a leadership capacity, if you're a business owner managing or leading a business, the things that I've found over a long period of time that work consistently, right? I don't need to go into a business and tell a business owner how to suck eggs. Technically, they know what they're doing, right? But I do tune them up quite often on what are you aware of that's happening in your business. Secondly, what do you really want to have happen in your business? And I'm absolutely amazed that a lot of people can't even answer that question. What do I actually want, right? Some people are frightened to say, how much money do I want to earn this year, right? Because that challenges them to actually think, how are we going to do that, right? Whether to use the third step, what agreements have I got in place? Why did we set this business up? Did we intend that or not? What's the agreement, right? The agreement with self, the agreement with staff, the agreement with the industry, etc. The fourth one is, can I hold people accountable for that? And again, I'm probably repeating myself, but it's that, I think it's the most important one. It's this one where you reflect on how am I actually operating in my role as the business owner, and am I willing and able to adjust what I'm doing quickly to deal with that issue. So remember, I started out working in high-end compliance, high-risk clients, where if you make a mistake, the fines are horrendous, or someone gets injured or they die, right? If you take your eye off the ball. And in that environment, under those conditions, you've got to be aware of what's happening. You can't ignore what's happening. You can't ignore what's happening right under your very nose. So, for example, if you're an air traffic controller looking at an air traffic controller screen, you'll see an A380 and you'll see a little Bell 47 helicopter, and they're going on a little intersection course. Right then's a good time to take a cup of coffee and just say, I think I don't want to know about this. That's not going to happen, right? That's where awareness comes in. So you've got to assert right at that point, one of you get out of there, or in the aviation industry, both of you, elevation, altitude is your friend, everyone go up to 15,000 feet, right? That's the agreement. Do you agree or not? Well, you can tell instantly because those aircraft will gain altitude straight away, and that's the rules of CASA, or the aviation industry, is that airline pilots have to obey what they're being told by air traffic controllers, right? If they don't, they're held accountable, right? There are compliance, for example, some of my clients, when they make a mistake, they're looking at criminal negligence and jail time, serious jail time, as well as the fines, right? And then finally, they have to adjust. They do continuous professional development. They're constantly reading. Look behind me here. When you're a coach, you've got to be doing those things all the time to stay fresh and current. I liked how it worked in those high-end, high-risk compliance environments because I saw it work elegantly. I could actually start to train people in those 5 skills, and without me interfering in their professional knowledge and body of work, they could get great results just with those 5 little elements and tuning them up in those areas. Okay. What I noticed was, if it works so well in that environment, I wonder if it works equally well in less stringent conditions, like normal SME business conditions. What I discovered, it works perfectly. So, and I'm talking to you right now. What are you aware of? Okay. What are you aware of? What do you want? What agreements have you got around your business? How do you need to hold yourself and others accountable? And how do you need to adjust your game?